呪術廻戦
Okay, let's read chapter 202 of Jujutsu Kaisen, Chito Abura. Chito Abura. Blood and oil. Blood and oil. So we finished the flashback with Geto and the US president and whatever, and that demonstration. We appear to be doing some other sort of thing. This is the, what was her name? Amanai, whatever, the vessel, plasma vessel thingy. Anyway, whatever. This appears to be an image and an overlay of a discussion. So, 12年前、Amanai Riko 以外に聖書体はいなかったのか? Hey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. Welcome. So 12 years ago, outside of Amanai Riko, this was her, as for a star plasma body, did it not existed? Question mark. So someone is asking this question. Was there not existing a star plasma body other than Riko Amanai 12 years ago? Now, again, you got to watch all the previous stuff on the history of this. She was supposed to be a vessel for Tengen or whatever to transition into blah, blah, blah. That's what someone is asking a question about that. Not clear who this is, who's talking at the moment. もちろん私は含めるなよ. Of course, as for me, not including, you know. So in answer to the question, were there not other bodies other than her? The response was yes, there were, other than me. Oh, it's the same voice. もちろん私は含めるなよ. So, sorry, it's the same person asking the question. Of course, like not including me. Is this Gojo? Well, we'll find out. Amanai Riko ほどの素質を持った子はいなかった. As for a kid that held the potential to the extent of Amanai Riko, did not exist. Okay, so shitsu is going to be like potential, yeah, qualities, the makings of, that sort of a sense. So the answer to the question is not to the extent of Riko. Amanai. いなくはなかったというわけか. So, as for not existing, it wasn't existing. It's that sort of a reason. Meaning, what you mean to say is like they did exist. They did exist, but just not to the extent of her. Okay. Okay, so the people having the discussion here, this is Tengen, and this is, what's her name? Mei? Or, anyway, okay, so they're the ones talking. なぜリスクを冒してまで同化を拒否したんだ? Why, to the point of accepting okasu? Risking, braving the risk. Why, to the extent of braving the risk, the chance, did you reject the transformation or reject the doka, the assimilation or absorption? Then why, to the point of braving the risk, did rejection of absorbing? Kyohi toyu yori genjitsu o juyo shita. More than saying rejected. So again, kyohi is to reject, refuse. So more than saying that like I did rejection or refused, I did like acceptance of the present reality, the present truth. Juyo is to, in this case, again, it should be, yeah, reception. I did reception. I received the present reality. 聖書体との同化によって、不死の私は肉体を初期化し。Okay, so due to the absorption with the star plasma body, as for me, who is immortal or non-dying, it's doing shokika of a flesh body. Shokika. Initialization or like resetting. Okay, so he's basically saying, for me who's immortal, doing the absorption with the star plasmid body, it's basically like resetting or reinitializing the flesh body. 単純な彼による進化を止めていた。A pure kare adding to one's years. Due to like simple or pure adding of years, it's stopping evolution. Okay, so for me who's undying, it's doing resetting of the flesh body and stopping like evolution or like progression due to adding simple years or adding pure years. Okay. All right. 進化した私が人類の当該にならない保証はないからね。Me having done evolution towards humanity's Tolgai, is that like something damaging? Tolgai? It is Tolgai, right? Yeah. Okay, so Tolgai is not coming up with anything. Let's check Jisho real quick. Yeah, that's not right either. So this guy is damaged. This toll, it's got a bunch of insects on the bottom. I don't know why the camera is having such problems focusing today. Let's try to look up that kanji. It looks like this. Ugh, I can't tell if that's a floating naka or what. And we got Ishi. And then we got a bunch of insects down here. Is that? No, that doesn't look right. No, I didn't get it right. I didn't get this first part right. Let's try to do multi-radical kanji. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So mushi is 6 strokes. There it is. We've got mushi and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got ishi, stone or rock, which is 5. There it is there. Find. Okay, there it is. Kikui mushi, a bark beetle. No, wait, is that right? Or is it this one? Kikui mushi. Oh, I see. Okay. Yep, got it.
Hello there.
So that's the kanji, which is not coming up with anything in my dictionary. Let's try. Okay, there is a word here that's like insect damage, which is kind of, I think, literally the type of meaning here, togai. And actually, now that I'm in this dictionary, I should just look up togai. Yeah, it's the same thing. Okay. I think this is kind of the intent here. It's, again, this kanji is damage. This is like insect, some type. He's talking about like insect damage of humanity, maybe like gnawing away at humanity. Not so. Let's just go with that. It's that type of meaning. I don't know how else to take this, but that seems to be the general intent behind the word. Hosho is guarantee. So naranai hosho wa nai kara ne. So as for a guarantee to not be becoming a destruction, a gnawing away of humanity, it doesn't exist. So now that I've like blathered on forever about what the meaning of that was, let me piece it all together. He had been talking about not doing the, or what doing the fusion does, resetting his flesh and like adding to his ears. So he's saying me, having done evolution, as for a guarantee that it wouldn't gnaw away, destroy, do gnawing damage of humanity, it doesn't exist. So he's saying basically like, if I evolve, there's no guarantee that that wouldn't destroy, gnaw away humanity, I guess. Okay, I can already see this chapter is going to take effing forever. だが、どうかに失敗した私は進化の果て、自我を肉体の外に伸ばしても、結界術を利用し、こして理性を保っている。Okay, so, however, no guarantee. However, towards evolution or towards absorption, as for me having failed towards absorption, and like at the extremity of evolution, or at the ends of evolution or evolving, towards the exterior or the outside of the flesh body of oneself, even if extending. So even if I extend outside the flesh body of the self, of the ego, I guess like maybe beyond doing evolution, for me who had failed to do absorption, the magical barrier technique, doing use of the magical barrier technique and doing this way, it's maintaining rise, maintaining reason or sense. So I guess like I can preserve my reason sense doing this way using magical barrier technique. Okay, so basically again, even though he has failed to do absorption and even extending outside the physical body, the ego, beyond to the limits, to the extremity of evolution, preserving sanity, doing this way, making use of the magical barrier technique. Okay. Shun, 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 shun. That's just the tea kettle boiling away there. Jishin ga atta wake janai ga. Confidence existed, reason not existing. So like I had no reason to be confident. But ga hisetsu ga kawaru you ni atarimae ni atarimae is like obviously or inevitably, naturally. So naturally, in the manner of the changing of the seasons, itsuka wa kou naru to omotte ita n da. As for someday, becoming this way, thought. Like I guess I thought it would become this way someday. In the natural way that the seasons change. Okay. Arabobo, that's her pouring out. Gokya, 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 that's her gulping down the tea. Gepu, that's her burping. Fuzakeru na yo. Okay, so this is her basically saying, like, stop bullshitting. Like, you got to be kidding me. Yeah, stop bullshitting me. You're full of shit. Kodomo tachi ni katte ni go o seowase. Seowase is to place a burden of duty or work randomly freely on children. Rio shitekita rekishi o risei teki dato. Wait, risei was reason. Like, was it reasonable? Rational, yeah. It's rational, and the toll here is like, this is what you're saying. It's rational of history to come and make use of. What? You're saying it's rational having made use of history to place a burden of your work, of your duty, freely, randomly on children. Go, go, go. I guess this is her tapping out this bottle, presumably of... No, that's the, that's her cup of tea. She's just tapping it on the table. Se o wase. Yeah, so seo is to be burdened with. So seo wase is going to be to like make burdened. And go is, karma? Actions committed in a former life. Oh, interesting. Okay, I thought that was like industry or work, your business. But I don't think that's what goal means. So maybe this is like placing a burden of your karma randomly, freely on children. And then again, like you're saying it's rational to have made use of history that way. Something along those lines. The English went with, was it reasonable to use children to do your work for you? Which is a much simpler way to maybe put that, I guess. Anyway. Amatsu sae shippai shitara, if failing, yeah, like, and besides, if it failed, ... So that's Mei asking that, or stating that. Tengen doesn't have a response. Douka shinakute mo daijoubu deshita da? And Mei is asking, is it, even if didn't do fusion, it's okay? Like, that's what you're saying? Even if not doing merger assimilation, it's okay? Sore o risei to yoberu nara watashi no koto wa? Taisei to demo yonde agamero kunjiji. Oh boy. Okay, so if able to call rational, reasonable, that, all the stuff on the previous page, if you can call that reasonable or rational, then as for me, or things about me, like a great saint or something, being called agamero, Agamero. Oh, and revering me, you old man. Oh, Kusojiji. Sorry, Kusojiji. You shitty old man. So she's being clearly quite aggressive here with Tengen. But basically, like, if you can call that reasonable or rational, then basically you should revere me and call me a great saint or something like that, you shitty old man. Mohaya watashi ni seibetsu wa nai ga dochira ka to ieba baba da yo. Okay, so like no longer to me a gender distinction, seibetsu. Yeah, distinction by sex, as for that not existing. So basically, I don't really have a sex gender distinction anymore. Whichever one it is, if you call me Baba, Baba is like old lady. So Gigi would be old man and Baba would be old lady. It's just like, which either way, if you call me, it's Baba, it's old lady. So notice didn't really reply to the attack other than saying like, I'm really more of a Baba than a Gigi. Panseikyo. Obanseikyo ga seisho tai no ansatsu de wa naku? Okay, so the Banseikyo was the what did we call them at the time? The star church, the star religion. The star religion people, as for assassination of the star plasma body, not Hogo Kakuri ni kaji o kite itara watashi wa karera no miikata o shita yo. Hogo Kakuri. Okay, Hogo is just protection, care, safeguarding, and Kakuri is isolation, segregation. So towards safety, isolation, safety that if cutting the rudder, Kaji is like rudder of a ship. Yeah. Kaji okiru? Kaji okiru is to turn the rudder of a ship to change direction. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. As for me, if changing the direction towards isolation and protection rather than assassination of the star vessel body, I would have done ally of those guys. As for me, their ally would have done. So I would have become ally of them if they had made this change. So if they weren't going to kill the star plasma body, instead towards protecting, then I would have been their ally. Kuso, damn it. Mukashi no koto o tarareba yu no wa kirai nanda. So, damn it. As for talking tarareba of old things, it's detestable. So I hate talking about old things that are tarareba. What if? Okay. So as for talking about the what ifs about old things, I hate that. All right. I guess, is this because tarareba is like the past conditional? I wonder if that's why that's tarareba. Anyway. Kimi ni wa kikoeteru n daro? As for to you, or as for by you, able to hear, or hearing, aren't you? Watashi no naka no karera no koe ga. Me's insides their voices. I guess this is Tengen saying this. As for by you, like you can hear them, can't you? The voices of them inside me. Watashi ni wa kikoenai. As for to me, not able to hear. So presumably that's Mei responding. Like, I can't hear them. Toyu yori, more than saying that, kikoeru hazu ga nai n da. Being able to read, ought to be able to hear, not existing. Like, I shouldn't be able to hear them. Douka o hatashita jiten de, karera wa watashi nano dakara. I guess this is still Tengen saying this. So he's saying to Mei, like, you can hear the voices, can't you, inside of me? And Tengen is saying, like, I can't say that. And more than that, like, there's no reason I should be able to. At the point of time of having completed absorption, as for them, they are me. That's why. So presumably these are the previous people that Tengen has absorbed, that they have absorbed, and minus Riko. Karera wa nan to iteru. As for them, what saying? So what are they saying? Oshieru wake ga nai daro. Reason for teaching or telling not existing, right? So like there's no reason I should tell you. So weird, I guess. So Tengen is aware that their voices are still there, but can't hear them. But apparently Mei can hear them, but isn't going to tell him. Isn't going to tell Tengen. Tengen to no douka ga seishotai ni totte douyu ketsumatsu nano ka oshiereba. Okay. Absorption with Tengen due to or with the star plasma bodies, what sort of a result it is if teach. So if I tell you the result, the ketsumatsu. Yeah, if I tell you the end or the conclusion, however it is, about the star vessels that have merged with Tengen. Yokare ashikare toshi no ko de gorippa na ukemi o totte satotta tsumori ni naru n daro. Whether it's good or whether it's bad? Yokare. Yeah, good or bad, right or wrong. Toshi no kolde, with the, like, success of years? Okay, with old man's wisdom. A splendid... You'll take a splendid, like, passive stance. Ukemi is, like, being passive. Defensive. Passive attitude. Yeah. So, like, whether it's good or bad, you'll use old man's wisdom and you'll take a splendid passive attitude and become intending to be enlightened, satoru, right? Oh my gosh, this chapter. Semenai. Sasenai. I will not allow that. Won't allow that. Omae ni raku nante sasenai. To you, like, raku or whatever will not allow. Raku is like calm, ease, comfort, that sort of a thing. So, like, I won't allow you towards raku or whatever. それが 元性正体の私の責任だ. Oh, that thing. Oh, interesting. Okay, so that thing as a former star plasma body's me's duty. Okay. So Mei Mei apparently was a candidate at some point. She's saying she was a former star plasma body. That thing, it's my duty of being a former star plasma body. Go, 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 go. もう少し. A little bit more. 君と話したかった. With you, wanted to speak. I wanted to speak with you a little bit more. Okay, and meanwhile, we got a Tanuki statue up here that we saw, and we're getting pishi. So some sort of thing's happening, and then this kasha is like shattering glass or something. So are they in a domain or something? Oh. Okay. Suddenly Geto. Juichikatsu 16 nichi. So November 16th, it's midnight. Kosei-gu Chokujo. So directly above the Kosei Palace, which was the whatever star palace. This is where Tengen is hiding out. So apparently Geto just found them out. Kimi ni wa mo you mo kyoumi mo nai en da kedo. As for to you, no longer even use or even interest existing. So basically, like, I have no more use or interest in you. And presumably he's talking about Tengen, I guess. Oh. But remember, Choso and whatever Mei Mei were the ones, like, guarding Tengen, I think. It's been a while. Ore ni wa kore ga kyoumi nano ka mo wakaranai. Okay, as for to me, this thing, interest, nano ka mo, whether it's interest or not, I don't know. Yeah, so as for to me, this thing, like, I don't know whether it's interesting or not, or whether it's of interest. Daga, however, 漠然とお前に対する殺意が湧いてくる. However, 漠然, vaguely to, like, against you, a killing intent is welling up. So, like, I have this vague killing intent welling up against you. Tengen wa doko ni iru? As for Tengen, where existing? So where's Tengen? Ano shaberu oya yubi wa. Okay. Oh boy. Ano shaberu oya yubi wa omae ni aetaku nai sou da. As for that talking thumb, Tengen, to you not wanting to meet, so he says. Or so it seems. What does that say? Like, dare ga da? Who is it? Yeah, dare ga da. Who is this? Or who is it? Kiraware mono da na. Kiraware mono da na. Like, a hated person. a detested person, meaning Geto. そういう君は使い捨ての前座というわけだ。As for that type of you, using and throwing away front seat sort of a reason. Okay, so Zenza is like the opening performance, a minor performer, and Sukai Sute is to like use and throw something away. Yeah, throwaway disposable. So Geto is saying basically like you, someone like you, the reason is you're basically the disposable front line, the disposable opening performance. Seize fumbari na yo. As much as possible, at the utmost, funbari, which is, I guess, like bracing, planting oneself. Funbari na yo, aren't you? Shimetsu Kaiyu wa sude ni yakuwari o oeta. As for the Death Annihilation Rotating game, already completed its role, its mission. So the game has already finished, completed its role. Interesting. Nihon ni iru hijutsushi no dokamae no narashi wa sundeiru. Narashi. Breaking in, customizing. As for the customizing, the breaking in of the before absorption non-sorcerers existing in Japan, it's finishing. Let's say that one more time. The customizing, the breaking in, like getting used to, of the before absorption non-sorcerers that exist in Japan is finishing. So he's saying that as part of the game's role is complete. Hey, Ebony. どういうことだ? 早すぎる. So what sort of a thing? It's too early. So like, what's he talking about? This is too soon, too early? Yuji tachi wa buji nano ka? As for Yuji and everyone, are they okay? So he's thinking that. Tsumari, koko de watashi ni tengen o toraretara kimi tachi no make da. What that means is, in this place, by me, tengen, if taken, captured, seized, it's your guys' loss. So basically, what that means is if I take tengen here, you guys lose. Kono kuni wa owari moshikashitara sekai mo ne. As for this country, it's the end, and perhaps even the world, you know? Misete ageru yo. We'll do the favor of showing. So I'll show you. Owari no kanosei sono hitotsu wo. The ending possibility, one of. So like, I'll do you a favor of showing you one of those possible endings. Pata pata pata. So that's these like things shifting. Now we're in a theater. Tsukumo yuki wa. Tsukumo yuki wa Shibuya de tengen to no dou ka. Okay. Watashi no iu juryoku no saiteki ka o jutsushi ni naru koto da to shiteki shita. Okay, what is shiteki? to point out. Yeah, to point out. Okay. So as for Kutsumo Yuki, which is this person, right? As for that person, they pointed out the event of becoming a sorcerer was like the Saitekika? Oh, optimal. Was the optimization of cursed energy that I called. And absorbing with Tengen. Okay. As for this person, in Shibuya, they identified or pointed out the event of becoming a sorcerer and an optimization of cursed energy, speaking of me, or like becoming a sorcerer through what I'm calling the optimization of cursed energy with absorption through Tengen. Okay. I really don't know what that means, but we'll keep going. So here now, there they are in this theater, and Geto is blathering on. だが私にとってそれは老化の手前. However, for me, as for that, it's the temae of absorption before this side. Shimetsu Kaiyu de no kensho ni suginai. It's nothing more than kensho in the Death Annihilation rotating game. Verification or inspection. Okay, we're gonna have to zoom in to see this a little bit better. However, for me, as for that, meaning like this idea of like becoming a sorcerer through optimization of cursed energy and absorption with Tengen, I guess. For me, that before absorption, it's nothing more than verification or inspection through the Death Annihilation rotating game. Okay, I guess he's saying like he's using the game to do this verification. I guess. Izen mo itta ga. Even before said, I said it earlier, but 私は彼女と違って呪霊のいない世界なんて目指してないしね. Said it before, but as for me, differing with her, presumably Tsukumo Yuki, like I differ from her and a cursed spirit not existing world or whatever, not aiming for. Yeah, so I've said it before, but as for me, I differ from her in that I'm not aiming for a world or whatever without cursed spirits. だが、日本人が重力資源として消費されることまで懸念していたのには驚いた. Okay, however, Japanese people, as a cursed energy source, Shigen? Yeah, as a cursed energy resource, to the point of the event of doing expenditure, shohi, or no, it's like consumption. Yeah, expenditure, cash, but consumption, like energy. Kennen, worry, fear, as for towards that, surprised. So I was surprised, I guess. It was surprising, shocking that As for to doing worry, presumably her, that she was worried to the point of consumption being done as a source of cursed energy, Japanese people. Okay. Toyo yori, more than saying that, ureshikatta na, I was happy. Yahari kanajo no kangaekata wa watashi ni chikai. As expected, as thought, as for her way of thinking, to me approaching. So she was actually, as I thought, she was thinking a lot like me. Watashi ga zureta ne. Oh, sorry, hanashi ga zureta ne. But the story is slipping. Getting disconnected, getting out of place. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 6 more pages. Let's go. Watashi wa izan kara jutsushi to heiko shite. As for me, from earlier, doing heiko of sorcerers, jutsushi, technique users, doing side by side? Doing side by side with sorcerers, jurei no kanosei mo kangaete ta. I was thinking of the possibility of cursed spirits like alongside sorcerers, I guess. Atarashi juryoku no katachi wa? As for a new form or shape of cursed energy, jurei o mo hito dankai, one more level, cursed spirits, ue no sonzai ni, to the above existence, shouka saseru koto de umareru kamoshirenai to. Okay. Shouka is going to be to like promote, elevate, sublimation. Through the event of making sublime, in other words, like elevate to the above level existence, even one level of cursed spirits being born, being possible, thinking. So the to there is like that's what he was thinking. Again, a new shape or form of cursed energy I thought might be possible to give birth to through the event of making sublime to an above level of existence, one more level, cursed spirits. So a new form, a new shape of cursed energy through making this happen. Dakara koso, and that's why in particular, jurei to ningen no konketsu de aru kimi tachi ni wa kitai shitan da kedo. And that's why in particular, as for to you guys who are of mixed blood of humans and cursed spirits, he's talking to Choso here, I had hopes. I did hoping, expectations. That's why I had those expectation or hopes for you guys who are like mixed. But, dakedo, gakkari da. Gakkari is to be like let down, to be disappointed. Yeah. However, I'm disappointed. Futsu sugiru, more than normal, exceedingly normal. Tsugi o ototo tachi ni furete miro. Okay, now Choso is interrupting finally and saying, next, try like touching my younger brothers, like, or maybe like touching as in like bringing them up as a topic. Yeah, to touch on a subject. Yeah, so next, try alluding to my brothers. Kono yoko o matazu ni koroshite yaru. And so try doing that. And this yokyo, this sideshow without waiting for it, this sideshow, I'll kill you. I'll do the favor of killing you. Hi. Yeah. Okay. So now we've got more Geto talking over a slideshow of stuff going on. This looks like a person that has turned into French fries. Let's see what we've got here. 進化した天元は人より呪霊に近いからね. Okay. As for Tengen that has done evolution, more than people to cursed spirits approaching because you know. Okay, so basically a Tengen that has evolved is closer to cursed spirits than humans. Tengen to Nihon no Hijutsushi no Douka wa. As for the merger of Japan's non-sorcerers with Tengen, Ichioku nin no juryoku o haranda jurei ni naru to watashi miteru. Watashi wa miteru. Okay. So as for the merger of Japan's non-sorcerers with Tengen, for me, as for me, with like becoming to a cursed spirit, haranda, haramu, proceed to conceive, become pregnant, to get filled with. Okay, so for me, it's like becoming a cursed spirit that's pregnant with the cursed energy of 100 million people. It's like looking at that. Uzumaki no you ni nani kashira no chushutsu mo okuru kamo ne. And in the manner of an uzumaki or a spiral, nani kashira, something chushutsu, extraction, abstraction, causing, maybe. Okay, so like maybe causing the abstraction, extraction, sampling, selection of something in the manner of an uzumaki. Okay, we're going off the deep end with this, right? Now we're talking about merging all the non-sorcerers with Tengen and causing some craziness. A broken handbrake. Hit exclamation point dictionary. It's Z kanji. Z kanji's program. Donna sugata o shiteru no kana. What sort of form or shape doing, I wonder? Okay, like what form or shape would that take, I wonder? Basically, if 100 million people turned into cursed spirits in the manner of an uzumaki. So we're getting an image of what that might look like. I guess that's what all this is supposed to be. The theoretical. These, I guess, is supposed to be all the normal people, non-sorcerers suddenly merging with Tengen and becoming cursed spirits. And then I guess them spiraling together to form this thing. Okay. 私は今、白い画用紙の前で As for me right now, being before a white gayoshi, like white drawing paper, like a blank piece of paper. Yeah, white drawing paper. Crayon o nigiri shimeta osanago no yona kokoromochi da. Yeah, so like, as for me right now, it's the feeling like a child gripping a crayon in front of a white piece of drawing paper. So nigiri shimeta osonago, that's just like a child. Osa. Nago. Yeah, little child. And kokoro mochi is just kind of the feeling, the mood. There we go. Almost there. We got 2 pages left. Hey, thanks for the follow. Gasha. All right, so Geto has finished his story, I guess, and that little like theater has shattered. That's what gasha is, and those pieces are flying. Omae wa nani ga shitai? As for you, what wanting? So, like, what do you want? Ima no hanashi o rikai dekinakatta te koto kana? Just now's story, understanding, not possible. Was it that event, I guess? So basically said, like, did you not just, was it not possible for you to understand the story I just told you? Was it that, I guess? Chigao, sore o nashite omae wa nani o eru? It's different, so like, no, like I did understand. That way becoming that way, as for you, receiving what? So he's basically saying like, no, what are you wanting to do? So you, if the world becomes that way, what do you get out of it? Nani ga omae o tsuki o gokasu ka to kiite iru n da? What for you making move, asking? Oh, I guess like I'm asking tsuki ugoku. Stir up, stimulating. Yeah, like what are you stirring up and stimulating? That's what I'm asking. Like, why are you doing all this? Omoshiroi to omotta kara? Because I thought it was fun or interesting. Huh? 面白いと思ったことが本当に面白いかどうかは実現するまでわからない。Okay, so the event of thinking it was interesting, truly, as for whether it was interesting or not, until doing the present reality, not knowing. So basically, like, with me thinking that it was interesting, until, or whether it was actually interesting or not, I won't know until I actually do it. And suddenly we get one of these Hyoto masks. Moshi 1億人の重力の塊が Oh, moshi. If the souls of cursed energy of 100 million people 報復 Z の招き面だったら君はどうする？報復 報復 Z. Very funny. Splitting one side's laughing. Maneke Zura. That's like the mask. So, sorry. Manuke. Stupid. Yeah, so if the souls of cursed energy of 100 million people, if it were a foolish or stupid look that's very funny or whatever, as for you, how do? What would you do if this were the result? So this is Choso asking this. In other words, he's saying, rather than this, what if this was the end result? Like, what would you do? Warachao yo ne? I'd laugh. Or maybe this is Geto asking this. I'd laugh, you know? And Choso's response is senketsu, which is the piercing blood. Or the fang blood or whatever. So, okay, that is the end of the chapter. That is the end of the chapter. Maybe the next chapter will be shorter than an hour. There's some little art with the story there. Maybe the next chapter will actually be shorter. We'll see. That will be part 2 of Blood and Oil. I guess we'll start in a flashback there for 203, but we'll see what that's about next time.